It's your girl WhatsGood, back with a reaction, back with a reaction, back with a reaction. Yeah, let's get it. What's good, what's poppin'? Oh my gosh. What's good, what's poppin'? Ooh, ski. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to another reaction. It's your girl WhatsGood and I'm freaking excited, bro. I appreciate you for clicking on the video because you already see, man, I am reacting. Well, you know, honestly, I'm kind of not reacting, I'm reviewing the show. Here we go. I'm gonna pop it up right here on the screen, bro. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. Okay? If you're not familiar, man, it's on Netflix. Okay, so this is only a review of the first episode, okay? And I would love to react to this. I'm still figuring out the logistics of it, you know what I'm saying? So if anybody has any insights, let me fix this real quick. Get a little up, all right. So if anybody has any logistics, I'm working on the logistics. So if anybody, listen, I know about OBS and all this stuff, so I can like react live or react in real time to the show, but I just couldn't help myself. I needed to come on here right now and literally like give a review of the first freaking episode, which was freaking epic. For all the Walking Dead fans, man, I give it 5 Walking Dead heads, okay? 1 through 5, I'm giving it 5 Walking Dead heads. Listen, this show, man, I was honestly, I be skeptical sometimes, and you let me know, like, honestly, if you feel the same way, but there's so many, like, versions of The Walking, like, spin-offs of The Walking Dead, and I've always been skeptical because I feel like, bro, they got, like, I don't know how many people at this point got, like, what you call it, like, spin-offs. Okay, so Daryl, boom, he had a spin-off, right? I'm surprised Carol don't have a spin-off. Carol was one of my favorite freaking characters, okay? I've watched Walking Dead, like, 3 times. And I'm honestly about to head to the 4th time. No, I've watched it 2 times. I've watched it 2 times. I'm capping. I've watched it 2 times. Technically 2.5 because I started watching it again when my brother started watching it, but I didn't get to finish with him. But anyways, boom, Daryl had a spinoff, and then they had a spinoff with Morgan. That one I watched. And I think there was another spinoff that I might be missing. So I don't know, but I know I definitely watched the spinoff with Morgan. Oh God. The Fear of the Walking Dead, bro, that show, listen, at the time I was watching it, I didn't think to do it, but either way, I don't want to spend too much time on the whole knick-knack paddywhacks, right? But boom, right? So now I was like, okay, let me just watch this, right? It's Rick. He's on the, so first of all, you see the I guess what they call the thumbnail, the freaking thumbnail of Netflix, right? And I'm like, okay, I have to go watch this. So then I was holding off because I'm like, I want to react in it, like I said, on the camera, you know, for you feel me, with you. But it was taking too long and I'm like itching money, you feel me? So here we are. I watched the first episode. Let's talk about it. The first episode was called The Years. All right. So if you don't know, which I feel like if you're at this point, you have to have watched The Walking Dead. This is obviously a spoiler because I've already watched it, so I'm just gonna say that now. But Rick, right, in Walking Dead, Rick ends up getting, you know, he obviously Captain Save-A-Ho. You feel me? He's the hero, you know what I'm saying? Like, he always saving something, doing something in the situation, gotta save the town, save the city, period. Goes, he's trying to get these walkers on his last limb, bro. He's like walking. Literally been walking, I think, for hours, trying to get these, a group of walkers, a herd of walkers away from going to, you know, their community. So then he ends up on the bridge. He has to blow up the bridge. Long story short, he blows up with the bridge, but like gets blown away. Oh shit. Gets blown far away, you know. And before the townsmen, you feel me, the townspeople, the gang, the squad could come and get him, he ends up getting found by some other people. At the time, we don't know, but we see that he got discovered. Bitch, I got Oreos. All right, so now fast forward, we're here now. This whole time, bro, because it continued after that. Life was going on, you know. Michonne was going on, his daughter was going on, everything was happening. So, you know, life continued, and we were like, what happened to Rick? We just never know. We just assumed, we just knew he got picked up from somebody, but everybody in the actual show thought he was dead. Meanwhile, we were like, yo, bro, what happened to Rick? I what year did this shit come out? Because this version of this show, this spinoff, because I'm like, bro, why y'all took so long to tell us what happened to Rick? So now we figuring it out. Okay, now we're here. Boom. Now y'all here. We gonna get it started. So boom, first episode, he's sitting by the window. He looking out in the window, basically depressed as fuck because, you feel me? He want to get back. We find out he wants to get back to, you know what I'm saying, his Michonne and his baby, you know what I'm saying, his daughter. I mean, his family. You feel me? He wants to get back to where he was, where he belongs, his home. I get it. He's seconds away, bro, about to commit suicide. It's so sad. It's really so sad. I'm like, bro, Rick, like, honestly, don't do it. You feel me? Like, we already knew he wasn't gonna do it because then, hello, we were on the first episode. We knew he wasn't gonna do it, but it was just still sad watching this man. Rick, he fine as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. Rick fine as hell. And just sit here about to, like, you feel me? Disclaimer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trigger warning. So, boom. Then, and I might, listen, my version of this rerun of this show is probably gonna be a little fucked up, a little choppy, because that's why I came on this camera right now to do it, because I'm like, bro, I need to make sure I was fresh in my schnook, you feel me, in my noggin. So, boom, right? So, he's in this community, but we don't know yet, because it hasn't been revealed yet in the show. But then he goes, he ends up not killing himself, and he gets called. He ends up going on, I guess, to go, we find out, like, it cuts to him going to have to, like, kill these walkers. But we see that he's handcuffed and there's a bunch of people just running, right? Soldiers, I guess you can call them, mom, hitting these mother suckers, killing them walkers, bro. Left and right. Of course, Rick flying, kicking, rolling, you feel me? Going crazy. So, boom. He, like, all right, he's like, I'm trying to get out of here. Homeboy, bro. If you watched it already, tell me if you would do this. Because honestly, when I get to that point in the story, I was like, damn, this made me feel like a little sucker. But boom, he's handcuffed to he has handcuffs on his wrist, on one of his arms. I think it was his right arm, whatever. And I can't lose my right arm, bitch. I need my right arm. So he running. He can only go so far because he attached. So tell me why old boy proceeds to cut his arm off. Not his arm, his hand. Let me be correct. Cuts his hand off. In the middle of the freaking, he goes on the tree. He hands off. Starts trying to run. I can't see how you cut your hand off and then run. That shit crazy. That take a real nigga to do some shit like that. I would have been passed out. I probably would have been so like, because I can't even fuck with blood like that I would have probably got halfway through my hand and my shit would have been hanging and then I would have passed out. Niggas would have had to come get me because it was a failed attempt. They would have seen my shit limped in like this. They probably would have sewed it back on or attempt to sew it back on. I don't know. I don't know if I got the balls to do that, is what I'm trying to say. So, boom, we go. Now, so they catch him, you know what I'm saying? He's back into the area, the base, whatever you call it right now, because we still don't know. And then the guy, he wakes up, his hand is healed. So he's basically depressed again because he's like, I'm trying to escape. People are trying to talk to him. There's this main guy, I think his name is Omarki. Listen, I'm sorry for the names that I messed. So he's talking and he's like telling the guy because he's about to try to escape again. Rick is just on the attempts to trying to escape. And he goes and he tells him, he's like, yo, listen, you can't keep escaping. Like, I need you, you know, to get your life together. The guy, Rick, mind you, this is the point Rick is back at it doing what, you know, doing cleanup and shit. And at this point, you're realizing, like, we're finding out a little glimpse of where he's at. He's in this community, this base, because he's telling us, he's narrating his story basically throughout this episode, and I'm pretty sure throughout the show, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe it's just the first episode, but, because I haven't watched the rest. So he goes and he's like, boom, he's hitting, boom, he's killing it. He's killing the walkers. He's back on duty, which I'm surprised because it's like, y'all see this nigga kept trying to escape. We find out that was his fourth attempt. Cutting off his arm. So then the guy, Makamaki, comes and he tries to talk to him. We find out he's like the main guy in charge. He's trying to talk to him. He's like, yo, I see something in you. You can't, you know what I'm saying? We need leaders like you. He's just basically giving him the pep talk, being like, bro. And he's trying to recruit him for an army that he's trying to build, that we later find out is called a CRM. They trying to build a squad, yo. He's trying to build the squad. And he want Rick. He trying to recruit Rick. Rick is not with this shit because really Rick only got Michonne on the mind. He trying to get back to the, You feel me? And to his daughter and to whoever else, because we already know he done lost Carl. So, and Rick was, you know what I'm saying? Rick had it nice. I mean, it was when you compare it to what he had now, bitch, he had trash. But you feel me? So boom. So then he goes back and the guy offers him, he's like, just let me know what you want. Boom, boom, boom. So then he's going back to the base, right? Or going back doing his whatever. And he meets this lady who I don't even remember her name. I can't, this is so mad. Cause listen, give me by the second episode, third episode, I should know their names. Cause this is the first episode. So don't, you know what I mean? Give me a little breeze, give me a little break, because it's the first episode. I'm just getting introductions in. Who the hell remembers people's names on the first go around? Like, you feel me? So she comes in, she throws a glass, and we find out, boom, you know what I'm saying? She's actually one of the people that's gonna end up being a very important character. She was in the Navy and stuff like that. So, you know, she throws a bottle at him. She was drinking. She was like, I should be thanking you rather than throwing glass at you, because you just showed me that there is no escape, because that was his fourth time. Mind you, we find out she tried to escape 4 times too. The guy ends up joining the military, Rick. He's like, I'm gonna freaking do it. He joins, the girl joins too. He's like, I'm gonna join the army. So he goes up, he suits up, looking good, suited up. Boy, he joins it. This is like, listen, I'm getting to the important parts, okay? And mind you, this whole time, which I thought was sweet, throughout the show, there's little glimpses of him having dreams of him meeting, you know, eating and seeing Michonne and stuff like that. And I thought that was really cute, little cute moments, you know what I'm saying? Keep her still, you know what I'm saying, relevant, and keep her still going, you know, leaving these little gumdrops kind of thing. And so, you know, he joins the army, suited up, booted up, ready to go. He's killing it. Like, they really, like, they fast forward a couple of years. He's been in the game now. He's like they've been training for years now. And then him and that girl that he met that day like this, and he finds out like how, you know, important he is. They have a secret meeting with the Omaki guy. And he basically reveals to them that the Omaki guy reveals that he is he has a plan to get CRM, you know what I'm saying, on lock, to switch it up, to change the world or whatever. Because right now, in this community, in this base, that's ran by this military, nobody can leave. They're very secret. Nobody really knows about them. Nobody can leave. And so Rick, of course, trying to leave, he feels like they're prisoners. You know what I'm saying? Which, by definition, I guess technically you are. So the guy's trying to convince them to join this movement, this mission, whatever you want to call it. And so Rick is like, yo, bitch, I only got one thing on my mind, Michonne. Like, he's really like, not even Michonne, but his family. Let me say that. His family, his home. So he's like, I'm not about it, boom, 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 boom. And the lady is trying to convince him, because she's like, at this point, there's nobody, like, they're not gone. She says this really beautifully in the show, too. She was like, they're not gone. Rick was like, my family's still out there. Don't you dare say that they're gone. And she was like, they're not gone. You are. Because, you know, they're secret. They're hidden. They're like, nobody knows where they are. Nobody knows that they exist, that this world exists, unless you're rescued and brought here. So, bro, it gets crazy. So then, in the background, we're going to fast forward. Rick, he's like, they've been doing their whole thing. And then Rick decides to try to escape again. He comes up with this plan. So he was like, bro, I'm gonna join this army so that I can get the ins and outs, and I have this little sense of freedom where I'm able to devise a plan to get out. Because they go out to these places at times and they're just basically clearing it, like killing the walkers and preparing it and trying to expand, you know, their quarters and shit. So he goes, he has his whole plan. He pretends he gets a walker, burns the body, puts his little freaking suit on it, and he pretends to make it seem like it's him. And then he goes and he tries to, puts it on the floor, and he's like, he's gonna escape. Tell me why this little girl comes out of nowhere. Of course. He about to throw a grenade. This little girl runs out of nowhere. He almost gets bit. He gotta go save. He can't throw the grenade no more because Rick ain't gonna kill no little girl. So he running, killing the things. That other lady that's like his little freaking shadow at this point keeps coming up, pops up, shoots him, help him, gets the girl. He was like, please help me leave. She's like, no, you need to come back with us. So boom, he ends up going back with them, and so he's back. Boom, he's back at the base. His plan failed. So then, you feel me, he goes to the guy Omakama. He pops up at that nigga place, and he's like, bro, I'm trying to leave. He threatens him. He's like, tell me why you won't leave, just tell me. And then they get to the hustling, tussling. And the guy was just basically telling him, he's like, you made a choice, and you're making a choice, because he's like, at the end of the day, if you leave, bro, I'm gonna have to kill everybody that you end up meeting, because again, this place is a secret. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, but then why you can't just bring them back with you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you can't just bring them back with you? But maybe we'll find that out later. So don't worry, y'all. This is gonna get, it's gonna get gets crazy. So then Rick, right? So they tussle and Rick is like, you know, they had a point where he had the gun, and then Rick's like, just shoot me, bro, just shoot me. Omaka was like, nah, bro, I'm not finna shoot you. Like, I need you. And he's like, you know, I admire this man because despite all the positions that Rick has put him in, and despite just literally having a knife to his head and just all the stuff, because we, you know, throughout the show, again, you should go watch it, but if you have not, bro, you know what I'm saying. If you have watched it, then you know what I'm talking about, those little pieces that I'm just kind of, you know, going over. He's just explained to him like he's lost a lot too, and he's so patient with Rick, you feel me? Although Rick is just giving him so much pushback, he's so patient. I'm like, bro, I can't do that, bro. This nigga done try to kill him like 3 times already. So, but again, this guy, Omaka, he believes in the bigger picture. And so it's dry, you know, it motivates him to be like, I guess that patience or something, just to really like try to convince Rick that like you need to see the bigger picture here. And so Rick ends up not trying to kill him. I guess what that conversation and all that shit got to him, and he was just like, you know, at this point I just need to succeed, you feel me? Or is it succeed? I think it is. But he just basically was like, I'm just gonna have to go with the flow, you feel me? He just was like, what is it called when you just give up in a sense, you know what I mean? So he was just like, yeah, this is it, he accepted it. Okay, he ends up just deciding like he's gonna fully commit to doing the military and building the world and seeing this greater picture. Boom boom bam, right? So they're again cleaning up. A few years pass. Now we get to the end of the episode, y'all, so hold your panties. All right, boom. Oh boy, in the helicopter. I didn't even eat my Oreo this whole time. Hold on. This probably gonna get crazy. This probably gonna get crazy. Hold on. Y'all ready for this? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, no, you ready for this? All right. So, boom. We get into this like the last 15 minutes. So the episode is about 55 minutes, you know what I'm saying? No commercials if you got the real Netflix. Because I didn't even know if Netflix had commercials in it, but that's when you just had the regular standard. Which, not me. Boom. So we back in the episode, right? Boom. Rick flying planes, because in this, they done trained him up. Rick is a soldier for real. He is flying this helicopter. Flying the helicopter. And he's quiet, he's silent, he's thinking in his thoughts. Then you got Omaka. Again, I'm just gonna say Omaka right now, but his name is something like that, some variation. So Omaka's sitting next to him, he's talking. Rick has got in the plane, you hear me? He's like, Omaka says to him, Rick, you're very quiet. You've been quiet for these last couple of days. Like, what's on your mind? Like, you know what I'm saying? Rick goes and tells him a story about how his father basically lit the crops on fire. It was a deeper meaning to it, but I'm just giving y'all a short story, you feel me? Lit the house on fire, the crops on fire, ended up getting burnt, saved his house, almost burnt the family up in it, but he ended up saving the family, and then told Rick this whole thing about crops and shit, and how it was the start of something. It wasn't the end of something, it was the start of something. That was the whole like thing of burning the crops, which leads back to the whole point of the episode too, where Rick is trying to fight against this when he should just really be thinking about the start, the future. Whole thing. He flying plane. The guy asks him, Omaka, that's like, so did your father, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the end of the story, you know, he reveals like his father lied to him, and he was like so shook because he's like, this whole time, he's like, you know, my father lied to me, but it was a bigger picture, some shit like that. So then Omaka was like, you know, they talking, then all of a sudden, not Rick, but I'm Omaka now. A freaking something missile bullet something, bro, flew right through this nigga's neck. I mean, through his stomach. Omaka did, bro. Omaka is gone, bruh. He only was in one episode, and I was really rooting for him because, like I said, bro, he seemed like a real down-to-earth guy, real honest, real patient, real, you know what I'm saying, strong. He was in the military and all this shit. He was doing his shit, bro. He was running the whole, he was leading the team and whatever. So then he fucked up. He did. In the passenger, Rick like, what the fuck? He yelling, he in the thing before, you know, he got the thing on here for the, we been hit. He trying to control the shit. Boom, boom, you know what I'm saying? Then, so then there's people in the back, but I'm like, bro, the people in the back are mad calm. Like, the camera right now is just focused on Rick, but I'm just like, when you think about it, the people in the back was not even really, I guess they was just holding on for their life, because I mean, what you finna do? You feel me? So, Rick trying to get the plane, he's talking to them, he's telling them like where we're at, we got hit with 60 miles from this. The guy, then they get hit again. Boom, start going crazy. He's like, we've been hit again. We're going down. He's telling everybody, hold on, buckle up, emergency landing, bitch. You feel me? He going pulling up. Shit get hit again. Boom. Then he like seconds to the floor. Boom. They crash. Boom. He fly. I don't know how this man didn't pass out, but they right at it. They get out. He go in the back. He tell the niggas, grab the guns, let's go. He say some cold thing that I guess they know in the military. He's like, boom. You know, they code words in the army and shit. And so, old boy he come out, somebody shooting at them. You hear pew, 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 pew. Somebody shooting at them. It just seems like a whole bunch of ruckus is going on right now. But they in the middle of the field, the middle of the woods. It's daytime though, but they in the middle of the woods. Boom, boom, boom. So they running, they shooting. They say, he was like, 3 shots to the left. Boom, boom, boom. They running, they trying to get somewhere. Somebody throws, another explosion happens, boom, throws all, it's 3 of them that survive. So 3 of them out there throws all their bodies, and so they down. Then you see a body come in the background. So you see Rick on the floor. Then you see the 2 bodies that was with him, they like a little bit more further, but you can still kind of see them. You see the feet run up, picks them up, and then fling. Then you go, right, with a sword, bitch, fling. And then you come up, right? And then in my head at this point, I'm like, bro, something is gonna give. Hey, because we know Rick ain't finna die. So I'm like, yo, something finna give. What we about to reveal right now, you feel me? Like, who is this about to be? So that we see them dying. We don't really see the fling of the sword really for real, but you can see they getting cut up by stab or some shit. Feet go to the next person and go swing. Then you see the feet, Rick trying to get away with his one fucking arm, because they built this little shit for him. A little arm, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And it, like, Wolverine shit, flings up this, like, knife thing he could stab, but it's his little arm to replace his little nub that he, the nub that he got. So, long story short, he goes, then he's trying to crawl away. He like this with his arm. And then, the legs come up, you see it again, and it starts to expand, boom, boom, boom. And then you see, pick it up. They pick him up. He's like this. You see Rick just like, he was just like, I guess it's over for me. Rick didn't even fight it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Rick was just, he was done. He was like this. The person grabbed him up. And then the person put the sword right here. And I was like, bro, it's freaking Michonne. I seen the sword and I said, yo, it is freaking Michonne. Put the thing right here. Took it. And then took the helmet off. And it was a moment. That nigga, all you see is the hands drop, and then you see the person back up. They didn't reveal it was Michonne yet, but you knew it was Michonne, bitch. The person back up, you just see her take it off. Boom, Michonne is revealed. Fucking Rick on the floor, like, both of them speechless. None of that is speechless, bitch. That was the end of the episode. That was the end of the episode. I was so shook. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I gave a very, like, a summary of what happened, a review. I think it was great. At first I was like, where are they gonna take this? Because they were so focused on him being in this base and him continuing to try to escape. And then for a while I'm like, bro, I don't know how long I'm gonna be caring about Rick trying to escape. And at the same time I was just like, it's The Walking Dead. So at some point you want the gang, bro. We know we're gonna get introduced to new characters, but you still want some of the old squad, gang squad to come back. And I was just like, I just wasn't, the first, like, and this is like maybe the first 5-10 minutes of the show, I was just like, okay, I just wanted to know what it was. I was ready for the action-paction and see what was gonna happen. And Rick failing, and I'm like, this is gonna be it? Like, I'm like, are we really about to follow Rick just on this military base, just becoming like a soldier, and then his life as a soldier? Like, I'm like, bro, that sounds boring as fuck. I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of pre-jumped it, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, even before Michonne came in, I was intrigued. I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, I was starting to follow. It took a little minute, maybe 5 minutes, like I said. You give it a little chance, you feel me? Let it set the story up, you know what I'm saying? Be patient, but then it gets into it. It gets into it, bitch. And now we here, first episode, you feel me? Michonne is in the picture. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna come back. And we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna review, react. I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? The second episode, honestly, by probably the third episode, I'll probably get to react with y'all. But by definitely, by like we not gonna watch this whole season and be like this. Hopefully we gonna pray about it, but you feel me? We're gonna come back with a review for the second freaking episode, okay? I might actually watch that bitch right now. So y'all make sure y'all come back for that, because this shit is crazy. Like, what the fuck? They shown back. And like, I love that Rick looked good as hell. He looked good. He looked healthy. I love that. I love how they introducing the new characters. I love that the world is still in shit, but the people, you know what I'm saying? But the people are still, there's still people in communities out here surviving. Because in the show, they start talking about the different communities that the military base or whatever has been, like, you know, in an ally with or unity with and stuff like that. Actually, during the show, one of the communities ended up getting like taken over by the dead, and so it's like really it's really the dead versus the living, for real. So I'm interested in seeing what else is about to go down. I'm freaking in love with it. I'm right now, and I mean, I've always been a fan of Walking the Dead. Let me know what's your favorite, bruh, of the Walking Dead spin-offs, because I didn't watch the one with Daryl, surprisingly, even though Daryl was one of my favorites characters. So I might gotta run back and watch that, man. If you let me know that shit was good, you feel me? But yeah, this is so far, I give this 5 Walking Dead heads. And I definitely recommend, if you have not started, definitely start. And I'm sorry that I done ruined it if you did start. If you was thinking about it, or you did watch it, you just enjoying it, bro. If I missed anything important, you know what to do. You know what to do. But those were the highlights that I spoke on, and that's that, bro. That was good. That was good. I definitely, oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch this second episode. I appreciate you watching this video, man. As always, remember to enjoy the little things in life, man. You make sure you stay safe in these streets, man, because it's Walking Dead out there. You know, and there's a lot of symbolic things. Like, oh, this was the part I almost forgot, bro. I almost forgot the most important part that I wanted to say. There was a part when Omaka was talking to them, when he was revealing his plan to change up the leadership in the CRM. That's what they call the military. The power for people. He's trying to get Rick and the other lady, I think Thomas, Thorn. Okay, oh, that's Thorn, Leslie, and Benny, bitch? So Thorn, her name is Thorn. Okay, so Thorn was the person I'm saying that was like Rick's shadow at one point. She's the one that was in the Navy. I mentioned her. So he was, the guy was talking to her and talking to them, Rick and Thorn, telling like, yo, this is the plan, this is what we're gonna do, like, this is what I need you guys for. And he broke it down. He was like, there's 2 type of people that they recruit for this community. There's 2 type of people out there. There's the A's and the B's. So the A's are the people who are leaders, who won't just follow, who are here to do something, like they will risk their lives for the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? There's things bigger than them. Then you have B's, who are just people who are just trying to survive. They're going to do whatever it takes to just survive. Rick and Thorn are A's. This guy said this to, and I was like, fuck. You know, it makes you think, like, what am I? Like, this shit, the thing about Walking Dead always makes you feel like, what? It always makes you want to put yourself in that predicament, and it make you think, what would you do, or who are you? You know what I'm saying? Makes you question yourself. At least for me, it does. So I'm like, fuck, who am I? And I started thinking back, I'm like, damn, would I cut my arm off to escape? I think for me, though, the difference would be like, if I'm trying to get back to my family, I don't know if I don't know if that would have been enough for me. I would have to be like on some slave shit for me to like go to the extent of cutting off my arm and escaping. I would really have to feel like internally I would really have to be fucked up, like, and over it. You know what I mean? Or at least I would like to think that I would cut off my arm, because I don't know, it's easier said right now when I don't really have that decision. But I feel like if I had to, because the what was going back was so much worse, I would cut off my arm. But I'm like, I guess maybe that does, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't differentiate the part where you would do for the bigger picture. But yeah, I feel like for my family, if it was somebody I really loved and I had to do that sacrifice, and I feel like I would, if I had to. I'm not out here trying to survive. I want to be in here doing bigger, impactful things in this world. I want to leave a mark, and if me having to die for it, I feel like I would do that, because I would rather be known as being not necessarily even a hero, but somebody who cared, I don't know, cared about the bigger picture, like the world surviving, the world or my family, like continuing on. If I have to take that L, I think I would take the L, bro. And I mean take the L, I mean take the life. Give my life, bro. Give my life for the bigger picture. But I gotta really feel that was deserving, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I feel like, what's the point of surviving if you can't say like you did? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you did with it. I'm just here, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But that's all I want to say. I want to make sure I hit that point up because I want to know, what are you, an A or a B? You feel me? Are you just trying to survive in this mother sucker? Or you trying to do something? You know what I'm saying? All these people that you can name that have done shit and risked their lives for the movement, for the cause. But that's it, man. Like I said, man, y'all remember stay good and safe in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch you next episode. I'm gonna check next episode, but I'm gonna catch you next video. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to this, man. Let me know what you feel in the comments down below. Until next time, bruh. Peace.